When we last left our sorcerers, they were scrambling for a plan after their fight with the former Senator Albatius Damasus. Splitting into two groups, Clio, Gaius, and Marcus set out to find refuge in Marcus's workshop with the body of Albatius, while Avalon and Aemil stayed behind to confront Avalon's parents. Now gathered in the workshop with an unconscious Augustus and dead Albatius, the sorcerers must sort through new information and hopefully get some sleep after a very long night. Hello everybody, and welcome to Sorcerous Origins, your college beta fish's favorite actual play D&D series. You should go check on them. Have you fed them today? I am your Coliseum master, Will Peña, and today I'm joined by the players. We have Sarah Sherwood,
Clio Meliora,
Maya De La Torre,
Avalon Valerius,
Clayton Currie,
Gaius Maximus,
Riley Civerolo Douglas,
Marcus Prosperous,
and Sydney Steinberg.
Aemil Celeris.
Great. Last we left off, you guys were all in Marcus's little workshop. You guys have a dead body, an unconscious werewolf, a conscious werewolf.
He's a real person now, right now. He's not a werewolf.
He's still a werewolf.
Still a werewolf.
He's still a werewolf.
Wow.
And it's kind of up to you guys what to do. We're doing some different rules for long rests right now. Just because of the scale and scope of this series is a little bit different than your average D&D game. So what I decided is that they have the option all the sorcerers have the option to stay within this workshop or within the area around it, not leave for too long. But as long as they stay in this area for 6 hours, they will get the benefit of a long rest. They don't have to sleep. They can do stuff and talk to each other while they are in the workshop. But they are kind of giving up a lot of the flexibility that you kind of need after killing a person.
How would you know about that? How would you know about flexibility?
You don't know me. You don't know my life.
I know
get
your
a long
life.
rest and to get spell points back. So it's kind of in your guys' hands now. Clio got a weird brain message from her boyfriend. And yeah.
What? Just real quick, what's the scale on that? Wasn't it an hour?
Oh, 6 hours. No.
No. For Casrius said to meet in an
Oh,
hour.
yeah, I did say an hour. That was before I knew. Hi, can you meet in about 5 hours and 45 minutes? Sort of. I did say an hour because I
just wanted to make sure.
Not very bright.
Yeah. All right.
God, where did we didn't talk about what to do with the body, right?
We
We're
talked briefly about
picking up mid-conversation, are we not?
Yeah. I think...
Last thing, Aemil also has a bunch of papers.
Oh yeah, he was like trying to like raise an undead army because
So if you want to take some time to go through those.
Right.
Can I like drag Augustus against the wall so he's not like lying next to this dead man?
There's a couch in here.
Oh, can I move him?
Yeah, you can move him. I mean, yeah, I Riley say you can move him.
No, okay, no, it's fine.
Marcus, no, Marcus will let you move him on the couch. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll put him against the couch. I don't think I can lift him up. I have 0 strength.
I'll help you with that.
Oh, thank you.
Guys gets under his arm and pushes him up onto the
werewolf buddies.
Werewolf buddies.
Okay, so what time is it currently?
It's currently 7 a.m.
Currently 7 a.m. So right now, this very second, Quintus is at Avalon's house going, where's Albatius?
There's a weird broken window in a pool.
What's
of
this
blood
blood
here?
stain on the ground?
The building next door burned
broken.
down.
What's
The building
happening
next door is
here?
on fire and...
Cool. So we also have math 8 hours until there's a meeting with somebody we don't know. Galileo Lepidus? Where's the emphasis?
It's
on that?
Lepidus.
Lepidus,
It's
okay.
Gallio Lepidus.
Gallio Lepidus. First syllable. They're meeting at 3 p.m. Did it give directions, or because I just wrote down a private?
It does give directions.
Cool.
Again, Romans somehow don't use addresses. I don't know how that works.
Except for Gaius.
Except for Gaius, whose address is public
Guys
record.
actually invented addresses.
My address is 1. It's the first address.
It's
It's just a line.
Okay. And that's all the information from the stuff that I took from his desk, right?
From the stuff that was in Empyrean. There's stuff that you cast comprehend languages on that I said I would have more information for you now, and I do have that more information for you. If you're interested in looking through.
Super, very interested.
So you're looking through all these papers, and it's a ton of writing. It's probably about 10 pages worth of stuff. But as your magically enhanced brain translates all of this, most of it is nonsensical. It does not make any sense whatsoever. The symbols are kind of changed into letters that you understand, but they don't go together to create actual words mostly. I couldn't come up with a good Roman analogy for this, but for us, if you've ever heard that, like, you could translate all the numbers of pi into letters, and then you'd find like every word ever spoken, like the entire dictionary. You'd find like all of Hamlet in order. That's kind of what's happening here. You have these random assortments of letters, and then you see a word, and then some more random, and then you see, oh, another word, and then stuff like that.
Okay. Weird.
And I will send you right now on Discord all of the words that you find.
Let's code break.
Yes, Aemil's gonna make some sick blackout poetry.
Yeah, just the city.
If you Sharpie over these important documents.
I'm joking.
That's so funny. Cecilia,
I sent it in the lore channel of the Discord, which I just added
lore
today,
channel.
and none of you noticed.
Wow. Okay.
Do we want to, Aemil? Do you want to read it out?
Yeah. So it's the capital O, capital U, the order unfulfilled, weighed within, capital P, precision, and syndrome, the movements, call force, capital R, reverse, the capital W, wheel. I'm not going to keep doing, there's too many capitals. Yeah. The wheel thought, for every all that she leaves is words and pellets and ash, a pentagram of strings, visitation from breath, a master of black, I feel like these are important, up in all caps, and down in all caps. Bounce, sinew, right?
Yeah.
Puppeteer, a dust in cold and heat, spirals rotate around spirals, thus oceans wrinkle plains into mountains flood, famine older than you. The absence of light correlates and does not cause the absence of formed from consisting of ending of spirals rotate around spirals. Thus the sun engulfs distance of space is longer than time, and so she rises, clay dripping on flesh, in teeth and scales and horns. Think yourself dominion, but all returns to center, and none may the glimmer of us, energy from energy, tearing us apart within and without, all things charmed by fear, knowing but not understanding, the great and the old. Hey, Will?
Yeah?
What the fuck?
Well, okay, so the great and the old is the great old one.
I feel like
there's something I feel like Clio is not reading this.
Are the two capital letters in a row an accident, or did you do that on purpose? Oh, you did that on purpose. That's so exciting. What's NE on the periodic table?
Oh man.
This the rest of this episode is us silently researching on camera.
I should share everything. The other things that you find in this language make a little bit more sense because they are not all necessarily in the language. There is also kind of like diagrams of the human body involved in it. And they are on these like kind of curled up pieces of parchment that you can be unfurled, much like a scroll, and you can tell that they are ways to cast spells. So you now have a spell scroll of what I'm calling Mortis Exultant, because it's more Roman than Dance Macabre, which is the real spell.
That's sick as hell. Okay.
So it's the actual spell is Dance Macabre, but that's French. I don't want the French in this game.
No French.
No French.
I'm part of Europe.
Alienating all of our French viewers. Come back. Bonjour.
Baguette.
Bonjour.
So that's the first spell scroll that you have, and the second spell scroll that you have is Speak with Dead.
Ooh.
Hey, let's talk to Alvatius.
Hey, we have a dead body that we could maybe speak to.
I think we have to speak to the body.
So that's everything that Aemil finds in about 10 minutes, because I think that's how long the
Yeah.
lasts. Through all this paperwork.
I obviously share this with the class.
Do you share that your code stuff?
Fully, Aemil reads it all out, just like I just did.
Okay.
But with the capitals?
No.
But we must speak that language, right?
I'll show it to everybody. Anybody speak it?
I have 2 empty language slots, but I'm not gonna just be like, "Yep, I
We're
know."
not gonna do that.
No one here speaks this.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Do we recognize it as like? Do any of us know what like
Everyone make history
Telnar?
History
Oh, this is gonna go wonderfully.
History. Am I proficient?
Where's
in
my-
history?
Or I guess investigation if you want.
Investigation.
My
I don't.
history is better.
Ooh, dirty 20.
24.
13.
Ooh.
So who rolled history? Raise your hand if you rolled history. And then what were your rolls again?
0.
6.
6,
13.
13, 24.
24.
I rolled investigation and I got a dirty.
Clio, I think, being perhaps the one of the experts on languages here, given the library that she ran for a little while, this style of like writing, of kind of putting words together, you kind of match up what Aemil has written down in your language and the language that's there. Like it is written like right to left, bottom to top. Like it is completely not the way that any language that you know of would work. And Aemil, you rolled investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Aemil, you look at the paper and maybe some like after effects of the comprehend languages, or maybe you're just intimately familiar with like the blackness of ink. But you are like moving through these like 10 pages and then like you flip back to check something and it's not there anymore. The words have like shifted. It's kind of close. So, like you have to find it again and it's on like the bottom right side of the page now instead of the top left.
Siblings.
If this, I've told you before that if Alvatius had my same patron, I and Marcus were gonna be pissed. But does Aemil share this or?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? I'm having a freak out, dude.
Marcus,
Can somebody tell me I'm not crazy?
as you go, I want to pull out my sketchbook. And I write like, do you know this guy? like
This you?
Like I want to write like I know my sketchbook isn't a GoPro, but can I turn my sketchbook to show it the document?
Draw little eyes on it.
And then I draw little eyes on it. I make it look, and I go and then I want to write like, is this related to you?
There's kind of a
It blinks.
it writes a little like circle that keeps on disappearing as it goes.
It's buffering.
It's
buffering. It's so cute. I love my sketchbook.
Unless that's the circle of
I
death.
go like this. I go.
I don't like that it's weirdly. I don't like that it's thinking. Is that weird? I don't like that it thinks. I don't know.
That's rude.
Sketchbook.
I know. I don't
Don't
know.
say that.
Dude, I cover its ears. I draw ears into it.
It writes,
Draw ears and cover it.
yeah, it writes back onto the paper. I can't tell what this says, but it seems familiar.
If you write some of it into this,
Wait.
It seems similar.
I make that face.
if you write a little bit of the words in there, will it automatically understand it because now the words are a part of it?
I don't think no, because it's got a brain.
I guess.
It's like okay. I write thank you again.
Wow.
I'll leave it out. I'm not gonna put it back in my pocket. I'll leave it open. I'll like set it on my desk. I don't know if it needs air. I can't Google sketchbook maintenance.
Marcus becomes a father.
I've had this responsibility thrust upon me.
How do I take care of you?
I leave it open on the table, and I guess I turn around. I'm like, so what is the next step?
I if we want to call Dominicus or someone else, that might be a good step to take next. Give them time to get here while we figure out what else is going on. I should tell you all, I just got a brain. I want to say brain email. There's no email. A brain
Aemil?
message.
Aemil?
Remember the partner that I told you about that I had that has magic now?
Right.
He knows something, and I need to go figure out what and how much. I don't know, but I think somehow he's been watching me. Yep. No, I feel exactly the same way. Yes. This is really bad, and so I need to go figure out what he knows. I did he said he was close by, and I said I would go speak with him in an hour.
By yourself?
If I have to. I just said I would meet him outside.
Where are you meeting him?
I asked where he was. He said nearby. I said I will meet you outside this building in an hour.
Tell him to be unconspicuous when he shows up.
I'm gonna tell him some other things first, but that will be on the list.
Should we get Dominicus or
Yes.
somebody?
That is what I was going to say. I do think calling Dominicus would be
I need to do that as soon. I think I need to definitely do that before I leave, so that if something happens to me, that can still get done. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just go over there.
Real quick, how much are we telling him?
I'm not sure how much I can tell him. I was just planning on telling him Albatius is dead and he needs to meet us here. Is that okay?
I guess the better question then is, do we have anything to hide?
I
don't either. I mean, the whole thing that I was saying that we lie and say that he was plotting against Empyrean citizens. He really did that.
Yeah.
All right, so we tell him to come here, then we can explain everything and see what...
Yeah.
I'm just saying to be cautious.
Yes.
Because I don't think anyone in this city is truly on our side.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't know for sure that we can trust him, but I think he's the best. I don't like any of our options, but I think this is the best one we've got.
Message away.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go cast sending. I have it written out. You can count, but I know it's 25 words. Here we go.
As you go to cast sending, you kind of expand your awareness for like a split second to
one tongue.
It is kind of like a sonar. It's like you expand out and have like a vague knowledge of like a bunch of different living souls in the location in the area. It reminds you of the very first time that you had contact with the being. How you saw around the Coliseum and you saw those orange white souls. You expand out and out and out until it reaches Dominicus, and you kind of latch onto that point, and you can see here sense him clear as day. What do you tell him?
Do I get any do I get any extra information on that? Do I know where he is or what he's up to or anything? No? Okay. Just out of curiosity.
He's still hot.
Yeah, is he
Of
still
course he is.
Can
That's
you
the
sense that?
question.
Has he gotten hotter?
No, he actually decided to get a haircut,
can't.
and it really doesn't work for him.
God dang it! Don't call him anymore. We'll just call Casrius.
I'm a broken woman. Okay.
All right, let's count.
Here we go. Senator Faust. This is Clio Meliora. Albatius Damasus is dead. Meet us at Marcus Prosperous' workshop immediately. You said you could protect us. And then Clio kind of turns, and then in the last minute goes, bring Aster, and that's the end of the sending.
I was like, that's 23, and then you added the last one. I was like, yep, there it is.
You thought I faked you out. I think it's just it's she's done, and then she's like, and then at the last minute she's like, bring Aster, and then that's when she hangs up the phone.
He can respond, yeah?
Yeah, if he wants to. Good luck though.
He responds.
Sorry.
He responds with, Clio, I wasn't expecting this. I'll be there as soon as I can. I'll find Aster. Stay safe for now. And then that's where it cuts off. He clearly was going to continue, but then didn't realize that he only had 25 words. And
Also, you're
Yeah,
so
sometimes
cute.
that's
Can
how
I
it
get your
goes.
number?
Also, I love.
My phone number is.
Have
This
you
is
broken up with
excellent.
your boyfriend yet?
You free on Friday?
Stop it! You guys are
Sorry.
gonna hurt me. I'm gonna get. I swear to God, I'm gonna get my. Will has done this to me every campaign except for the one time I played a character who was not romantically interested in people. Will has hurt me with a boyfriend. I'm concerned and I'm scared, and it happens every time. I deserve it, but it happens every time. Okay, so that's that. So, Cleo's gonna go back to the group and just say, he responded, he said he's on his way. I did ask him to bring Aster, but I know for this reason, I know we can trust him, and I know that he'll at least protect me if he thinks that Dominicus is not going to do what's in our best interest.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
content
So
with
if
that.
I don't have any reason to distrust Aster. In fact, you vouching for him, puts my faith in him, but do we have a way to last time he had the kind of
So
divination stuff.
Two things about that. Either it was Albatius, who is dead, or it was Casrius, who I'm gonna try and deal with. That's sort of my thought on that. If he rolls up and he's still a little magic, then that gives us more information on something else that's going on, which I don't see as a bad thing necessarily.
Due to the size of the city and you sending him to go find Aster, he will probably won't be here until after Casper. So it'll take more than an hour for him to get everyone together.
Okay.
Next
Yeah.
order of business. You have a scroll that lets us speak to a dead person, and we happen to have one conveniently on our floor. Is
Should
that
we-
an avenue we want to pursue?
What do we have to say to him?
We
We
don't
can
have
ask
anything to
him.
say to him. What does he have to say to us? He's dead.
Yeah.
This information. This is.
Should we wait to use it until Dominicus gets here, or
I think having that information just with us is safe now
Is a good
because we
thing.
can share it later.
okay? What do we ask him?
Would you guys like me to read what Speak with Dead does exactly?
Sure.
Please.
Speak with
Such a
Dead.
nice DM.
You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it
What
to...
if he already had only a semblance of intelligence? Sorry, just needed to get a roast in.
You had to get him.
Fucking get him, Riley.
Yeah.
Allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy.
We're friends.
So, Gaius?
One last thing. This spell doesn't return soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events.
Thank God. He's not snitching on where we are.
Yeah, Gaius, or do I know if he's... Because I shot him in the back.
Yeah, but
do
also...
I know if he saw me?
You were also on his radar as...
Yeah, as hella suspicious, that's true. What can I say? I'm on a lot of people's radar in this city, apparently.
Also...
So it's me?
I think that's the only option.
Is that okay?
Not saying you're not a great option, but you are the option.
It's gonna be fucking scary. Are you gonna... Is that okay?
Yeah. It's a new experience. Mr. Prosperous, you were about to say something?
No, I think you're right. Just... like Master Solaris said, we need to think of what we want to ask.
Yes.
We could potentially ask who this
Yeah.
Leo fellow is.
We could ask what is with the code.
I also have his weird obelisk thing if we want to ask about that. Don't let me leave here with that. Remind me to give that to one of you before I go.
Do it now.
Anywhere. Yeah, okay. I take it out. Who wants it? Yeah, I'll give it to Marcus.
Yeah, because it looks like my shit, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't want it.
Really, no.
No, his other thing kind of looked like my stuff. The obelisk doesn't.
The obelisk looks exactly, it reminds you so much of the pillars in the Coliseum. It's that pure, absolute black.
Can I, just out of curiosity, do I get a sense that this is like broken off from that somehow? Like this, is it like, I don't know, jagged on the edges or something that I could tell it was like broken off? Like it
Make
is that?
An investigation check or an Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh. I rolled a 4. Arcana, that's a 10.
A 10 on Arcana.
Yeah.
It's very similar. Your best guess is that it comes from the same place. It feels smooth, like it feels like very smooth up to the corners. And those are perfectly sharp.
Cool. I give it to Marcus. I don't want this.
When I hold it, can I also either do a check or like a vibe check, see if I connect to it at all?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Riley, I'm in love with you.
Riley has become a slide whistle.
No, you're the kid from Horton Hears a Who.
So that's going to be a 19, which is why I hooed.
Ooh, is this an Arcana or investigation?
Arcana.
Okay. With an Arcana check, this is absolutely the same energy that was in that Coliseum, the physical darkness that was there. You, in game terms, you would not be able to attune with this.
Okay.
It is again of like a similar like energy to you, and you're reminded of what the book says, but it is not the same.
Okay. But this is my brother.
It was not.
Some kind of
Stop freaking out
there.
before you know if it's true.
Cousin.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true.
We're gonna use one of our speak with dead questions, being like, "Hey,
What's your mom's maiden name? I'm just curious.
What's your mom's maiden name? What's your social security number?
First grade
Childhood
teacher, childhood
grade
pet.
teacher.
We have who's the person? We have what's the deal with the obelisk? We have
Well, do we want to
Hold
ask
on,
that for
let's-
sure? Because
we're just throwing stuff out.
yeah, okay.
We have 5 questions.
We had
What's up with the nonsense on the papers? Like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
What's up?
Or how do we? Maybe a better question is like, how would we solve it? Because I doubt if we
Yes,
ask him what
yes.
it means, he'll tell us. But if we ask how we can figure it out ourselves, we're more likely to get an answer.
should we ask him if he's okay?
Absolutely
We
not.
should ask him how it feels to get killed by a
Yeah,
bunch of
how does it-
basically
how did it feel to get
unprepared.
A bunch
absolutely
of college students. in
Slam
a-
dunk.
Yeah. How does that fucking feel? I guess is my question.
Do we want to ask him where he got his magic from?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's a wonderful question.
That's very good.
That really is asking if. Okay.
So what do we have so
About-
How do we read the code? Where did you get your magic? Do we want to ask about Lepidus?
I think
Yes,
so.
I think so.
Maybe if not who they
What-
are, maybe why were you meeting with them?
I just think we need more information going into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know about Lepidus?
Yeah.
Avalon, did you get anything from your parents maybe on why he was at your house? Do you have any questions about that are worth
Truly,
maybe would be
all
worth
that I
asking?
got was that I have no understanding of why he picked my estate, but I know that he was trying to raise his army to go against Telnar, is what he told me.
Okay.
What
We want to ask what the
what what were the plans in case this happened? In case you died? What happens now?
Ask if Quintus has magic. I'd like to know.
Quintus Imbrux?
That's not as good a question as the others.
the
but
short.
I would
the
like to know
short
if we
fellow
can find
that
out.
followed him around constantly.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
his weird little shadow.
the one that looks like Marcus.
But just less hot.
But that's not.
Just for a little bit of a reminder, they cannot speculate about the future.
But
Just for exact phrasing of the question, you can ask them like, "What do you think will happen?" But you can say, "Was there a plan in place?"
that's
Yeah,
what I was gonna ask. Is
okay.
what was the plan in case you died?
Cool.
Thanks, Will.
How many questions do we have now?
I think that's
I have
think that's-
4.
I have 5. If we, I've got who is Galileo / why were you meeting? Whatever we want to ask. Something we're asking about Galileo Lepidus. First syllable. What is the obelisk? Are we asking about that?
Do we need to?
Or maybe I think a better question maybe is like, what is it used for?
What does it
Like,
do?
what purpose does it serve?
I feel as though the insight into how he got his magic, if he so answers it truthfully, would perhaps provide some insight into that as well.
That's one
That's
of
a
them
very
as
good
well.
point.
we
It's
could
a
also
very good
ask
point, Avalon.
specifically where did you get the obelisk? Because
That's a better question. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so we should do
Something
where did
beforehand.
you get your magic from first, and then if that answers some
Yes.
stuff about the obelisk, we can go from
We can
there and
bump that
ask
down the
something
list.
else.
Sure.
And then how do we interpret the papers
yes.
from the desk, and then what were your fail safes if you died?
Yes.
Yeah, or what was the plan if you I don't know, fails. I'm trying to think what'll get us more information, asking specifically
What-
about fail-safes or just asking what was the plan.
What throws me off isn't fail safes, it's your. Because I'm
Yeah.
assuming there are no plans, he's dead. So I'm
What
wondering
were
like
the-
What were the
who-
plans?
what were the plans? Or
What
who
I
who
was
is taking
planning
your
was-
place?
What was the plan in case you died?
Yeah.
Great.
Right. Good.
And then we
Very
also
good,
have
guys.
how do we read the code on the papers? Where did you get your magic? What do you know about Lepidus? And then we're asking about the obelisk.
If the magic question doesn't
Illuminate
suffice,
that.
then we say, where did you get the obelisk? Because he might not have made it. He might have gotten it from somewhere or someone.
And I
Do we
think
wanna-
instead of saying, what do you know about Lepidus, we should ask, why were you meeting with them?
That's very good. I like that.
And then if we do get enough info about the obelisk, what should we ask instead for that fifth question?
We perhaps
maybe this. I'm sorry, Avalon. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. If he knew that Telna had magic.
Oh, that's so good.
Right, because it doesn't matter if we tell him because he's dead. We killed him.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Deep breaths. Breathe.
Do we want to ask about the rock he had?
That's what I was about to say. Yes, we could put
Which
that on the
rock?
list.
The one
that
that went
into
that's
plaster
sending on it
immediately?
That I
the sending
immediately
stone.
threw into. Yes.
I think
What's a sending stone?
we knew that it had some sending like thing.
It's a stone that says
Vibes and
sending on it.
magic.
It's a sending
Yeah.
stone.
So I
That's
think,
what
like-
Aemil is naming
Well,
it.
and Clio
I-
rolled a thing on it and knew
Yeah.
that it had the ability to like transmit.
Yeah, I
information,
think
but
we
she
have
couldn't
enough
tell if it
information on that.
actually
Also, we
was.
can't use it anyways, so.
Right, I just want to know where he got it
Why can't we?
Or who has the other one?
because I threw it in a vat of plaster.
No, we
'cause
don't
that
know. I don't
was
think
my
that
impulse.
broke
Okay,
it.
I'll reach my hand in
I
there,
hope
pick
it
out.
did. I hope it broke it. I think we should leave it in there. We don't know what it connects to. We don't know who it's sending information to. We don't know what it could hear. We don't know.
We
mean,
could
maybe
say
all
that
this
though.
is
If
over.
we get enough on the obelisk, we can ask, where did you get the stone? If we don't
Yeah.
need to.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Should we do that? Should we do this now? Should
Maybe a better
I think
backup question would be, what was your plan in general? I mean, we know he was trying to...
I mean, I feel like we kind of got that.
We kind of
with-
We know he
What
was
about-
trying to raise corpses, but we don't know what for.
for an
why.
army.
For what, though? Was he going to use
Yes,
it to fight Telnar? Was he going to subjugate Imperium?
Yeah.
to ask. Granted, we have to be prepared for this son of a bitch to not
Just
say
not answer. Mhm.
Or
we
to lie.
killed him really bad.
Good. We did.
Hmm.
Guys didn't.
Should
Does
we?
he?
Are we
he
all
knows
hiding
Gaius
it?
is
Yeah.
there.
Should
Should
we all hide behind the couch?
Does he know?
Yeah.
Aster?
No, he wouldn't.
Because he knows Gaius is
unless
friends
he
with
knows,
us.
Yeah, unless he knows that Aster's friends with me. I mean, I have to assume he would if he knows
Right.
I don't want
Me and
Aster
all
knowing
of the stuff I
things.
was involved
Yeah, I'm just
with.
trying
Yeah,
to
that's fair.
think of.
I think we just go with Gaius.
Yeah.
I think Gaius is
Here's
gonna
a
do
question.
a great job. I think Gaius
Gaius-
got it.
How good are you at lying? All right.
You wouldn't be lying though. You just
No, but we could. Because he knows that we're friends. Marcus wouldn't have said that. He knows that we're associated with
Little bastard.
Gaius. Cleo's right. I'm calling all of you by your first name. I'm so sorry. Just pretend I called Aemil by their first name earlier, because otherwise it feels weird if I, used your last name. I just want everybody to feel equal on equal footing. I'm just gonna use first names. Clio is right. He knows that Gaius is associated with us, even if Gaius didn't commit direct violence onto him. If you can tell him that you dragged his body away before we could destroy it, and you didn't know that we were so violent, and you feel bad and you'd like to help with what little resources you have.
It's worth a try, but I thought the spell said it couldn't learn any new information.
I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to the memory of him.
Yeah, I don't know that would. It's worth a try.
It's worth a try.
Sure.
I can.
We'll
lie.
just have to
The
stand behind.
The worst it can do is nothing. So
The only reason to not do it would be in case we thought that Gaius not lying adequately enough would endanger the accuracy of the rest of the results.
It's a gamble.
we're gonna get what we get.
We'll have
Anything
more
we get is gonna
information
be better
when
than
we
what we
stop
have now.
regardless.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Avalon's right.
Should we hide?
I
I
think
think
If we
so.
put him in a chair and all stand behind it,
that's perfect.
this is the
That's so
stupidest
fucking funny.
visual ever. It's just Gaius, Alvacius, and all of us just I'm
Great.
obsessed.
I'll prop him up.
Horrible. Maybe I'll
Just so
still
you guys explore all
say-
your options. Have you guys locked in all of your spells?
No.
No.
Oh, Zone of Truth.
On
Does
a
that
dead
affect a
body?
dead
Okay,
person?
here's just a question.
I don't know.
Because we couldn't cast gaseous form on him when he was a
No, I think Will is being like, hey, disguise self, wink, wink.
I'm just saying that you guys have a lot of options.
I know.
Fireball, the only solution we need.
Yeah.
I can do that on my own. Don't even worry.
Oh, Marcus.
Riley, weren't you talking about Marcus taking alter self?
No, I was saying that he would never take alter self because to be like it's important for him to be seen as Marcus Prosperous. It's a whole psychoanalytical thing. I've thought about it, but if we need it, I can take it. But
I'm trying to figure out what things I'm allowed to.
How easy would it be?
Ooh, mage armor looking
Make-
pretty good at this exact second.
Look like Quintus Imbrux.
Pretty easy.
You share similar features.
You sure something? What if we? Can we?
Just do some makeup.
Oh, okay. Can I roll an investigation to see if he has contacts in? Because if so, I would like to take them out.
Ancient Roman contacts.
I'd like to take his
I'm gonna
contacts
Does
die.
out.
anyone have proficiency with a disguise kit?
No.
I have.
I'm an artist.
I have a deck of cards.
I'm anxious. Is that anything?
If a
There's
bronze
always three
discus-
people
I have
in the
anxiety.
friendship. Has a deck of cards.
Feelings of stress.
Anxious.
Can I weave some new clothes that Quintus would wear real quick?
Oh my god.
I
Okay,
have
I
to
think I
research your
don't.
feet. Would that tell me what I know? Something?
Do we need
What does
to?
Quintus
I
sound
have
like?
a set of fine clothes apparently. And
I
What does
think it-
what does Gaius doing this sound like? Is my question. Is all of this truly necessary?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we need all this prep if we
Yeah.
can just have me do it.
Yes,
Yeah, I think that's.
Yes, I think it was
easiest
more
and
just to
it'll take
ensure that we would get information out of him, because truly he has no reason to help you.
Well, if he has no reason to help us, then we are in the same position we were 10 minutes ago.
I can pretend to knock you out and then say, Albacius, it's me, Quintus. I've
Taking new information.
knocked.
Yeah, I don't
Nice.
see why we need to put on a theater performance.
All right. What's the
It
plan?
might be
What's the plan?
fun.
Guys,
Guy, we're gonna
Cut
prop
to what happens.
cut to the plan. So we're propping him up. We're hiding behind whatever chair he's sitting in. We're all behind there.
So we can
And
still
Gaius
hear
is in
him.
front of
Walking
him.
behind him, outside of it, we put horse blinders on him.
Well, because I'm assuming he can't like roll his head around and be
No,
like,
he
"Is there anyone in here who killed me?"
Even if he could, he can't take in new information.
So why
Yeah.
are we bothering with lying to him?
Then
That's what I was
well, we're
saying.
not anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the whole thing. I was just
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so how does this work? Do I just read the
Here's
scroll
the scroll. I
thing?
give the scroll
Do
to
I,
Gaius.
do I just read it, or
read it, bro.
I don't know.
You open it. There is a series of like vocalizations and gestures
Ooh, yeah.
that you need to perform. But you can cast a spell.
spricht mit Tod?
Stop.
You're the
There is
Montana
a
transition
small-
music into us.
There's a
Will.
small clap of thunder as the scroll in lightning disappears in your hand.
I love how we know magic exists, and every time it happens, we're still like,
Well, almost mechanically, you hear like there's like a weird gross sound as his throat opens up and air rushes in. He is ready to answer. a question.
Aemil pukes
His
a little
eyes
in their mouth.
flutter open
It's
for
okay.
a second. He looks at you impassively.
What are you rolling
hate it when
for?
you do that.
What's that dice for?
I hate it when you do that.
Okay. Good day, Senator Damasus. Hi, I'm Gaius Maximus. We've met before. I just had a few questions that I wanted to ask you. If you have the time, I'm not sure how this
College
works.
newspaper.
I was curious how we might be able to read the notes that are written in code from the papers you had in a desk in the Valerius household.
It is not a code.
Okay.
All right.
That was cryptic.
Was short.
He's attending to the spell. He's read the spell.
Second question. So you have magic. We've seen it at this point. Where did you get your magic? Do you have? Where's your magic come from?
His chest kind of fills with air. I received my magic from a being between the stars, older than them. And then presses again.
Between the stars, he said, or beyond?
Between the stars.
Between.
And older than them.
What was the? He filled in for the next question.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it compressed after the question.
Gotcha.
You can tell that like it's taking in just enough air to vocalize the response, and then
I wish I didn't know
Horrifying.
that.
Okay. Next question. Why were you going to meet with Lepidus?
you 5 sorcerers have spilled much blood. I wanted to know what he would do with it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is he telling us
This is
Let me-
confirming a lot of my
me-
theories.
I'm going to rephrase it actually just ever so slightly. I wanted to know what he was doing with it. Not what he would do with it. What he would.
Oh, that's worse.
Okay,
Hey, Will,
okay.
that's worse.
the blood?
I give you guys accurate information.
I had a theory, and I was like, Will's just confirming. I don't know if that changes it or not, but it does make it worse, and I don't know what.
Okay.
That's 3.
I'm gonna die.
What was the plan in case you died?
There was no plan. I was never supposed to die.
That's on you.
Ever?
They
Yo!
would scramble-
Oh.
He's
Mhm.
sorry.
They would scramble to fill the vacuum.
Was there something before that last part?
No, I repeated.
Okay.
There was no plan. I was never supposed to die. They would scramble to fill the vacuum.
Oh my
Gotcha.
fucking god.
It's too late now.
I guess you could say Icarus is flying too close to the sun. Okay. I'm gonna roll up to him, just sort of like place my palm on his face and like look over to the group. So we have a little information about the magic that where he gained it from. Does that tell us anything about the obelisk? The only thing I can think of is the space between the stars is black.
That's true.
A quick.
I can't attune to this, and
Avalon?
I would. Oh, sorry. You were asking about the obelisk. I think Marcus is just gonna say like, I can't connect to this, and I think I would be most likely to do so. Knowing what it would do might be good, but even if we do know what it can do, I don't think we can use it.
Quick DM question about the obelisk. When you say you can't attune to it, it's because it's not an object that is an attunable magic item, or it's like you don't meet
That's a
some
good
requirement.
question. No, I think it's pretty obvious to everyone. Even it's an inherently magical item. Just Marcus would not be able to attune to it.
Because
requirement,
he's
probably.
Marcus, or because
He's not audacious.
Marcus needs to fulfill some need.
got you. It's a requirement thing.
There's
Got
a
you.
prerequisite that
Okay,
we do
okay.
not complete. Probably class, to be honest. Anyways, so
Avalon, you were about to say
we
something.
didn't speak about this at all, but he did say that he had spies.
Oh.
Spies plural?
Yes.
Should we ask who they are?
In the meeting.
Something like who
Yes.
among those at the meeting was on your side?
Let's be specific.
Will, the face you just made. Are you good?
No, the face that I'm making is because for some reason I'm imagining, because the hand's right here, and he kind of opens his mouth and bites, and then when Gaius becomes a werewolf zombie, I would just think that
a
was
Wombi.
You would do that, wouldn't you?
A wand wolf.
Hey,
Will
Romero,
won't.
let's...
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think it would be infinitely worse if he didn't bite. He just
You just licked it. Put some vampires in there, bite Gaius again, triple threat
You are
situation.
just putting me through
Put that
it.
away. This is not safe for YouTube. We're gonna get, if we were monetized at all, we will get demonetized.
They're gonna monetize us and then take
And then
it.
demonetize us.
just for that.
okay.
We're actually gonna have to pay them.
okay. Avalon brought
So-
up something very serious.
Yes.
Very serious and important.
Spies.
I think that's worthy information.
I think that's
especially for our dear Senix friend coming over, if we should choose to share it.
Oh, I hope this doesn't... Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to ask about. This is not a question, in case this counts. Whoever controls the spell. So I am going to ask the question about the spies. I am not going to ask about the obelisk.
We'll figure it
correct.
out.
That is correct.
Wonderful. Take my hand off, roll back.
I love that you put your hand over his face and not over his ears.
He can't take
In love with
I'm
I
not
love
trained in medicine. I don't know where you hear from.
You should be trained in common sense, baby.
Trained in preschool.
No, my wisdom score is also low. That's common sense.
I'm obsessed with him. Okay.
Who are your spies that were spying on the Senix?
There is a long moment of silence. And the jaw
Rest in peace.
The jaw opens up. Dominicus Faust.
Jesus fucking Christ, Will, god damn it!
He has to. This is a lie.
He's lying. He's lying. But Clio, like...
With those last words,
Hold the phone, Riley!
Spacious' body completely deanimates and slumps over onto the chair.
Oh no!
Our options are he's telling the truth or this is a lie.
He's lying. He's lying. He has to be lying. He has to be lying. There's no way.
I would say that we can't take that chance, but
God.
one, we already did, and two, what other options do
Well,
we have?
here is the thing. Because he had spies on the meeting, he knows that the person we potentially trust the most is Dominicus Faust. Therefore, saying that might, of course, cause a stir. We've already decided to trust him. We will figure out what to do with that after. In any case, we now potentially, if he know something that he does not, which is that we know.
It's also
if I
good
have
to...
the energy when he gets here to cast any magic, I will know if he's a spy. That's a promise. I will know I'll know. Just trust me, I'll know.
Gaius, what were you saying?
I think it's worth noting that I asked spies multiple. I said spies, not spy, and he only gave us one name.
Fair.
Very true.
So he could just be trying to mess with us from beyond the grave.
I think that something that we can all probably agree on is that we don't give Dominicus any more information than we've already given him. And if we do, we lie about it.
And until we can figure out whether or not that was true, if Dominicus comes by himself, that's good for us. If Dominicus comes with a lot of other people, then we know.
I didn't think about that. Ugh. Sarah and I knew from the get-go. Dominicus strangles Clio in the Hunger Games.
That's why you killed him in the Hunger Games, AU.
Will waited until we got comfortable with the safety AU and he ripped the rug out. Will, it's because I said that earlier. Will was like, "You're right, Sarah. I should take this one from you also."
Oh,
Look at your smug little face, Peña. I'm coming for you.
We should have, if we ever start a Patreon, we should have different tiers be access
to let people in.
to the AUs.
If you subscribe, you get fiction from us personally.
No, we can't legally.
I'll die.
We can't promise that. We can't promise that.
I'm gonna pass on actually to the next
okay,
life. I can't cope.
What do we do until Clio is your
I think
Casrius
In just
coming?
a few minutes, in about 10 minutes.
Oh shit. All right.
wait.
I think the big next question is, do we keep the body? Do we get rid of the body? Or somehow either by destruction or hiding it? Because I have...
Do you have a tarp?
I do
Can we
have
just cover it with something?
tarp.
I mean, obviously it's not a long-term solution, but...
Regardless of who is loyal and who is not, he knows that we've killed him and that we have him. Hiding it will do no, I don't believe will do us any good.
Casrius knows?
I meant
Or
Dominicus.
I don't
Dominicus.
know.
I
They
mean,
both do at this point.
Casrius
Yeah.
probably already knows as well.
I think the main purpose would be the brief moments when the door is open and passersby
We'll
are...
tarp him, and if we have to come up with a more permanent solution, we can
We'll do that.
I mean, it's probably not that strange to see a tarp over a human-like figure
In a
this
sculptor's workshop,
is it?
right?
Yes, I tuck all of my sculptures in each night.
That's so sweet of
That's
you.
actually very cute, Marcus.
It's a lie.
Oh,
it was a joke. Are you going to see your partner by yourself, or is somebody attending to you?
That's up to you if you want less people. I don't think he's dangerous, but apparently I have been wrong about people. Well, I mean, he might have been lying, but I think it's possible that I've been wrong about people before. I don't think I don't know. I'm concerned that if anyone comes with me, they're putting themselves in danger, but I don't know if that's my own paranoia or if that's valid.
Well, if by that logic, you would be in danger by yourself if you went alone, and I think two people against one is better than a one-on-one.
He might be more forthcoming with just her.
If someone's coming with me, they should try to stay hidden.
how tall
I
is
can't
keep
Will?
track of you again.
How tall is the building we're in?
single story.
But like foot-wise.
10, maybe a little bit taller because it's a kind of a workshop, so maybe like 12 to 13.
Damn, okay.
Clio, how much juice, so to speak, do you have left?
None. I'm exhausted.
None. Only for
I mean,
to tell if
mechanically I have
Dominicus-
one spell point.
Got you.
Because I forgot that it's more. I thought I would be able to do sending in one other thing because I was like, oh, it's a 3rd level spell, so it's 3 spell points. No, and I had 6 spell points left, so
I can get on top
You've got nothing.
of Mr. Prosperous's workshop
Oh.
and
That
stay
does
up
not
there.
seem great for conspicuousness.
That is true.
We are harboring a dead
That is
body.
very cool, though.
Yes, I'm sure you can do it, Mr. Maximus. I can track you like I tracked Avalon.
I think that's for the best.
How hurt are you?
Huh? Not very. I'm fine.
This is gonna sting a little.
I think that. Go ahead.
This is a DM question.
Go shoot.
Oh, have we taken a short rest already? This is a little bit of metagaming, just because I'm afraid Marcus might kill us.
It is almost been an hour, so not yet.
Okay, never mind.
How much? Hey, just so I know if I can juice up my favorite by the gods or not, will it have been an hour by the time I have this conversation?
Yes, I guess that's a better answer. Yeah, it'll have been an hour by then.
Okay, just so that I know I have that. I think as much as I would love an extra set of eyes on me, I don't know. I think it's probably better for the sake of the group if you all stay here, and if Marcus knows where I am, then if I... Listen, I'm not going to go far. So if I do, something's wrong.
I will point out the last time we did this exact plan ended up with us with the dead body of Senator Albatius under a tarp in Marcus's workshop. Which, all things considered, as good as it could have gone, but
there's nothing I can do to him that he couldn't do to me worse. I can't. I'm going in the way I would have gone in 4 days ago. I've got nothing to kill him with.
okay. But we'll just be on the other side of the door, I guess. And if you scream or
don't worry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna come running back at the first sign of danger. That's probably not a great thing, but that's the plan. Yes.
I have a DM question. How much can Marcus feel before a surge? How much do wild magic sorcerers? How much
Like
are they
a
aware
sneeze?
of? Like, is it like a sneeze, or is it like purely like it just happens? They have no.
I think you understand that, like, you cast a couple spells without it happening, it's more likely to happen now.
Okay, great.
And you also know the trade-off that you do with your Tides of Chaos. You know that the next time you cast a spell.
Yeah, okay. So if Marcus, I just didn't know how much Marcus would know versus me knowing. So then in that case I go, right, I will track you about a minute before you go out. Everybody should probably get as far away from me as possible within this one-story warehouse workshop.
okay.
Okay. I'm gonna...
If you haven't noticed, much to my chagrin, I'm not fully the one in charge with this whole magical deal that I've gotten. So, unless you would like to roll the dice and stand directly beside me, go to the corners.
What's a chagrin?
It's like a really big smile.
Marcus.
Let's just go to the corners of the work.
Is that
All
where do you want me?
Right here, unfortunately.
All right.
Well, how
That's-
far is the
I
range of
mean-
this spell?
I mean, if I die, I don't have to talk to
You
my
can also go
ex-boyfriend,
to
so.
the corner. I have everybody move to one.
Go to the corner.
I go with one. Do I have to roll to hit or no? She can just fail to save.
If she's not, if it's a save, yeah, she can definitely fail the save.
Okay, wonderful. Like I said to Avalon, this is going to hurt a little bit. And then I will roll my 3d8.
You may feel some soreness tomorrow.
Don't forget to.
We're gonna have to keep you here for 15. Oh,
Did you roll
rolled 3
really
eights.
high, Riley?
We talked about the fact that I never roll high on like a deck. So you do take 19 damage.
That's fine.
Oh,
Ouch.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Ouch.
Oh my god! That was
And
half of my remaining hit points, but it's fine.
That's
Well,
almost
if you're
half of
100
my
for me-
But you
total
can,
hit
it's a
points.
short rest technically after this. You can just roll. It'll be fine.
So Clio is immediately hit by this blast of psychic energy. Marcus, you know exactly where she is. What did you roll on that D100?
Okay, so this is always tricky because I told you that I rolled a 100 last time because I got the 2 zeros and a 0.
Uh-huh.
So, but the 2 zeros, if not a 100, stands for 1 through 9, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I got a 3, which I'm scared about because that seems
3.
low. That seems very low.
Seems
Oh my
low.
god.
Fireball.
But also,
is-
this is a weird table. It's not like the low is worse. It's
What
a
is
little
it?
like low is worse.
You don't look happy.
You
this
turn
looks
into a
like this
potted plant.
benefits me. Tell me what it is, Will.
Did you not already roll? No, it is the true sight one that you got the other time. For the next minute, you can see any invisible creature if you have line of sight on it.
That's good.
Hey, that's pretty
That's
good.
Any invisible creatures, dear Coliseum Master?
Yeah, I'd lie.
Like, are there any around?
First of all, what happens?
What happens exactly?
The third eye opening again.
I think that the third eye stays closed.
It starts to open. I'm sorry.
But I think that the room is suddenly filled with this like technicolor of like everything is almost like, not to use, deep fried.
Yes! Marcus, Prosperous, the deep fry sorcerer.
And you look around the room and you see the figure of a man.
Shut your mouth.
Fuck me. What the hell? Who
It's
is
him.
it?
It's him. It's him.
Is it fucking Casrius? Has he
Yeah,
been
it
here
is.
the whole time?
Marcus does not recognize this person.
This motherfucker beams into Clio's head. Oh, I'm nearby.
Yeah, I'm right here, bitch. Fuck.
No, William, my darling, how does it feel? Your BBEG whomped. Your secret invisible
Don't be mean.
point.
Don't be mean to him.
Riley, he's gonna kill me. Riley, I'll remind you, thank you very much. I have 19 hit points now from the 38 that I had 5 minutes ago.
Marcus,
and
you
I got
see-
1 spell point.
Marcus, you see this, it's almost like a night vision or like a heat vision. And you see all the figures, and you almost mistake it for one of your statues because there's only 5 other people in this room.
No, it doesn't look as good.
Well,
but no, there is a man who was previously invisible to you, who is now visible in the corner of the room, kind of nearest Avalon.
get him.
Miss Meliora, how tall would you say that your partner was?
Like 6 feet, maybe?
I look.
Just like a couple inches taller than
I
me.
look.
Why?
I'd like to look. How tall is this man?
6 feet, maybe.
I look to the corner and
Marcus, why?
because I think he's a little early to your meeting.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to the corner and go, how long have you been there?
The magic dispels, and in front of all of you, you see Castrius Apelles. He's a taller gentleman. Who's the actor that looks like?
Oscar Isaac, I'm sorry.
Oscar Isaac.
Stop! You can't all.
Yeah.
Doesn't Lauren's shitty ex is also modeled after? You can't all have Oscar
This
Isaac.
is no hate to Oscar Isaac. He's so handsome.
Off, I didn't know that about Lauren, so let me take that down first. Second of all, hi Lauren, if you're watching. I said this before I knew he was gonna be fucked up and evil, so
Did you,
that's fair.
did you mean
I thought he
Clive,
was gonna be my
or is
hot
Lauren's
ex-fiance.
shitty
Look like
ex?
Oscar Isaac.
It's the
His
same
eyes
bitch, different
are,
universe.
are like pink and on the verge of being bloodshot. His beard, which he usually keeps like at a nice like 5 o'clock shadow, like pretty stylish, has grown out and become like a little more scraggly over the past couple days. And he says, only just before you all came in.
The whole
Why were you
time, then.
already here?
Hmm?
Why were you already here? How did you know to come? Why are you in my workshop?
I saw the 3 or 4, and he kind of looks over at the body of you moving through the streets, and I decided it might be of best interest to follow and make sure everything's okay.
Clio, would you like us all to be here for this, or do you want a moment alone?
Why don't we step outside?
I do. I'm gonna look. He's gonna start to step. I want to step in front of him a little bit. Well, I'm not like close to him, but I just imagine he starts to step forward. I kind of go, "Oh, you're obviously not as good at staying hidden as you think you are. I don't want you to think that you have any sort of upper hand here. If you do anything to fuck any of us." I look over to Albatius.
Okay.
I'm not saying that we will kill you, but I'm saying that we've
I
proven
understand.
we have the capability to do so.
I understand.
I look to Clio and I go, be safe. Sorry for the 19 damage that was
Fine.
apparently. No, he could still kidnap you. He could still kidnap you.
Have her back by 10 p.m.
Don't do any weird modified
Cassius
memory
opens
shit.
the back door into the back alley, and kind of just walks outside.
Yeah, I'd follow him.
All right, so you both are in the alleyway behind Marcus's workshop. It's fairly secluded, like there's it opens up in the street in the distance, and then goes to an L turn on the other side. But this is where the two of you find yourself. Cassius kind of wrings his hands together for a second. It's good to see you again.
Wish it were better circumstances.
It seems like you are having some trouble in there.
I think we've got it as much under control as we can. But it's not an ideal situation by any means.
Yeah. I could help if you wanted me to.
Why were you hiding?
I didn't know how you would react to seeing me. I wanted to be the one kind of in control of the situation.
Sure. I don't. Sure. What do you mean you could help?
I told you last time, which you remember. I've been practicing, and so I've gotten pretty good at using the magic that we've been granted. For the record, I don't know. You're the first person that's ever resisted the modified memory before. I didn't fully understand that was possible. But I that's not an apology. I understand. I don't know if I don't think I can apologize for that. But it's a fact.
Who else have you cast it on?
No one important. I've just been
Can I-
testing. Sure.
Yeah, you know I don't trust. Okay, I rolled an 18, so 18 plus 9.
27.
What is that? 27? Yeah, is he lying?
No, he's telling the truth. But
important is so
with a 27, you've known Cassius for a long time. Something about the intonation in his voice, his definition of who's important has changed.
What do you mean no one important?
Just, people in the street, shopkeepers, just trying to test the limits of what I have.
I think Cleo's just kind of reeling for a second. Not Aster?
I have not been able to find Aster.
Is he lying?
Do you want to just use your passive insight for all this?
Sure.
No, he's not lying.
Okay.
I don't know if he's avoiding me somehow. I should have ways of finding him. I've used the same ones on you before. And it doesn't seem to work.
Okay. Look, I'm not doing great right now. You can't find me without asking me first. Please don't hide around me. I can't take that right now. Or ever. Don't do that, okay?
Okay, I can do that. Clio, the rules are changing.
The rules of what?
Everything. There is no such thing as a locked door anymore. I saw you all heading into Marcus's workshop, and so I moved through the wall to get in there. And because I did that, I understand that no one is safe anymore. And while I wouldn't do anything to anyone, there are people who might have powers. I don't know the people that you're with. And I don't know if they might do something worse than me, and which is why I've been keeping tabs on you.
I appreciate that you've been trying to look out for me, but I don't think you understand how bad you hurt me, Casrius. What you were in my head. Look, I don't want you in my head.
Clio, that's the nature of the powers that I have now.
You are in control of the nature of your powers. You can choose not to do that. Don't do it anymore. Not to me, not to anybody who doesn't. I mean, just have some.
Clio, this is
empathy.
why I'm saying that we should leave. So that I am not, people like us aren't a danger to people around us.
I have to see this through with Albatius. Maybe after that. How?
You look, and from what I've seen of everybody else in there, you all look pretty tired out. You're at the end of your rope. I have a spring of power left within me. If you need me to cast anything, I could do that for you. I would also really like to meet your new friends. I don't know what the difference between us was, but you have had these people built in with you. And this whole experience has been very isolating for me, despite getting to be inside of anyone's head, as you put it, that I choose. I haven't had anyone to relate that to.
Okay, you should know that I told them what you did, and they were not happy about it. So you're starting off sort of on maybe the worst foot possible.
Okay.
I'm not. You understand that you can't do the things that you've been doing anymore. I don't know what I know that you've been doing this. How did you were you at the Coliseum? Where did you start?
No, I was actually near the library when it happened. I wasn't close. Haven't you visited it since?
No.
Clio, I mean, it's an important site, for, at least for us, and I think for history.
What did you know? What did you know?
I just nothing. I didn't know anything substantial. I knew that you were in danger, and it's hard to describe. It's not like what we experience now. It was different. It was more like, did you ever read the old, they're myths. They're from before we had, the philosophy that we have now. And it talks about fate. And it talks about inevitable consequences. The library was going to burn down with someone in it. And I did not want that to be you.
I don't understand how you knew it would be that night. It was just a feeling that you had?
I can't describe it. It wasn't something I innately knew it was a pattern that I was seeing in the books that we read. It was written in them. Some words, the ink was laid down thicker than others. I don't know if it was a code or if it was a message, but it spoke of libraries and fire and danger and the date.
The date?
When it was going to happen. I didn't know for sure, but better safe than sorry, I guess.
Not for Madigan, funny enough.
Like I said, Clio, someone was going to die.
I think that in choosing who you were going to save and who you weren't, you proved that fate can be altered, and I don't know why you wouldn't try and push that. Even if you knew it wouldn't work, why wouldn't you try?
Astra ran in there, tried to alter fate, and he couldn't.
He got there late. We could have, if we'd known. I could have at least tried. And then maybe I'd be able to sleep at night or walk past the library or look people in the eyes whose family members died at the Coliseum. I can't do any of those things because it hurts. And it feels like you don't understand that. And you were in there, you should understand it. It's fine. I have to make a lot of choices right now about. You're telling me the rules are changing. I'm saying I write the rules. I decide what the rules are, at least for me. And I think if you want to come and hang out with me and my people, you're going to have to start playing by our rules. If you see a pattern that tells you that one of us is going to die in a fire, you tell us. And that's something we handle together.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think anyone makes the rules anymore. Clio, I mean, and he kind of, he gestures towards the door that you guys just came out of, and it is no longer there. It is solid wall.
Did he just do that, or did the door just go away?
Yes.
What?
Did you steal my door?
Oh my god.
And he says, Clio, before 3 days ago, everything used to be guaranteed. If you touched something, you knew it was going to be there. If you were talking to someone, you knew you would be talking to them. That's not the case anymore.
What is it you're not telling me?
What?
What are you not telling me? Do you know something?
No, I just know that the rules are different. They are not what we grew up with and accepted as fact and as accepted as laws of the universe. The fundamentals of what the universe is has changed. Because that used to not happen before, and as he gestures, the door reappears. And now it does. And so nothing is guaranteed. You can't trust the chair you're sitting on.
I know. We also went, what do you hope to do about that?
Have the people, like us, move somewhere else. Somewhere that we can create a society with new and different rules and leave the people to have their little guaranteed life. To separate the sorcerers from the humans.
I think it's dangerous for us to see ourselves as other. I think you're thinking yourself onto a dead end street. I think there's where do we go from that? How do you come back from that? We can't distinguish ourselves as different from other people. We need people. We can't I don't want to not be human anymore. And I think I feel human. I feel the same as I did, well, more or less as I did 4 days ago. I feel different things, but I'm the same person that I was. There's no cognitive, there's no this isn't Clio struggling for words. This is me trying to think of what I'm trying to say. There's no lack of continuity between who I was 4 days ago and who I am now. I'm not a different person. I feel more like there's something in me than something that I've become that's different. Is it not the same for you?
My mind is aberrant. It has fundamentally changed.
Is it?
And maybe things aren't the same for you, but maybe you should ask your friend with the scales now.
Does he know Avalon has scales? Because I don't think we knew that.
You guys know that Avalon has scales.
I know about that.
Okay.
You guys know that Avalon has scales.
Okay.
How? I hide it with makeup.
Not particularly well, because I believe the last 2 times you tried to do that, it did not
Okay.
work.
It was raining.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. What did he just say? Sorry, I'm so not thinking about Avalon. How beautiful she is.
Aberrant mind, and you should ask your
Yeah.
friends. Maybe things haven't changed for you, but things have changed for other people.
Yeah. I think I don't think that removing ourselves from the equation fixes anything for anyone. I think if something is leaking into this world, it's going to keep doing so whether or not so do we just bring people over to our special little magic island one by one until there's nobody left here? What happens when everyone has magic? I think it's dangerous to separate ourselves, because I think that means that I have to assume somehow it's going to keep spreading out. I think if we set ourselves above other people, or even aside from other people, then we're distinguishing ourselves even after everyone has magic. I think it's really dangerous, for the same reasons that power corrupts. Power is a corruptive force, and if we give ourselves power to decide who is magic and who isn't, and who's special and who isn't, when do we draw the line? When do we stop picking people? And how do we stop ourselves from trying to understand things that are beyond our comprehension? Why can't we just be human?
I don't think anything's beyond our comprehension. I think the line is fairly easily delineated between what is magic and what is not. I can see it with my eyes.
For now.
Clio, Do you want me to come inside and help you, or do you want me to leave you alone?
Stay here. Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go back inside.
Is the door there?
The doors remain exactly the same for all of you.
Most
There's
important.
gonna be some hell to pay.
Oh, man.
I broke my fucking door.
I'll tell you that much right now.
Was the door always there for us?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I'm assuming. Okay, cool. I assume stuff is
What
happening.
happened if we
That they were probably out there a while, yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want to have a conversation of your own.
I need a fucking minute.
I
Go drink some water, Sarah.
Out?
What was that, Riley?
Is Augustus still?
I'm.
Hangshu.
Yes, he's still not. I think I'm like perched on the side of the couch where he's sitting on, where he's lying on.
Lion, almost like a wolf.
I gotta go.
I gotta. Where is I'm curious because Cassius isn't in here anymore, so Augustus is sleep. Avalon is there. Guys, where are you just hanging around? Because I have a feeling of what I want to do, but I want to make sure I remember.
I think Gaius is somewhere where he can watch the door.
Okay, great.
Question for you, Riley. Are you hoping to have a private conversation, or is this anybody who's in the room can jump in? Because I'm either one.
True, because where are you in all this? Are
Probably
you
also anxiously watching the door, but if...
Okay, so I assume you and Gaius are kind of closer, and Avalon is like separated on the couch.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
We're just looking at the door playing patty cake.
Beautiful. I'm just looking. I'm waiting for him to wake up.
First of all, I would like to take a look at my notebook, just see if they're talking or saying anything or doing anything.
No, nothing
Okay.
new has been written.
Mwah, I love you. Sleep well. That's me, Riley. I
Tuck
just
it in with the little tarp.
Oh yeah, we have to move Ovacious under the murder tarp.
Can we just have done that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to roll an athletics check to pick up the tarp.
Please
And
do
then
not
that
make me
bet-
touch this
bet-
man's dead body.
Finally, something I'm good at. Natural fucking 20.
Are you serious?
You're shitting me right now.
Dude.
Guys, you put that
26.
body under that tarp so good.
So good. Well done, Gaius.
Actually,
I'm not there, but I
finally.
feel it. I feel it in the alleyway. I'm like, Gaius just did such a good job.
It actually looks like
Gaius was just such a good
I don't know
boy.
how you did it, but it looks like it's just a pot underneath.
Yeah.
Casrius, we're not special, but Gaius is.
I think I'd like to go over that. Oh, to answer your question, Sydney, I assume Marcus is gonna pull Avalon aside.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know if you want to use drop, you can try.
Right.
I'm not gonna take that right away from you. I am going to stand kind of over Augustus and Avalon. Do I get the sense that, like, I don't know if there's any way I would know this with my wolf daddy powers, but
Don't fucking call yourself that. Listen, I'm drawing this line here.
The wolf daddy.
No.
Do not.
Think it's up for debate.
You know what? I've now fully come around. Yes, the island for all of that is good. I've come around, actually.
Comment below.
Two things have happened that now I'm like, yes, this is a good idea.
We'll put that in one of the AUs.
Put Marcus somewhere else.
Would I be able to tell, like, just even like looking, like, can I just know when this kid's gonna wake up, or like just like look at it, like, can I tell if it's gonna be a while or if he's like
It's gonna be fairly soon.
twitches? Okay.
Yeah.
You say soon?
Yeah.
Oh, fairly soon.
I think we established that, like, it wasn't. No, that was Octavius.
Okay.
But no, he's not like deep conked out. He's fairly awake. You know what I mean? He's gonna wake up in the next 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth a roll.
That's enough time. Hopefully.
Could I speak with you?
Sure.
I don't know if we need to move. I don't know where the couch is. I assume the couch is in a diagonal corner, so I'll just kind of
pull you aside a little bit. You can still keep an eye on Augustus. But
yes, Miss Prosperous.
I need to know exactly what happened in there, because what you said in front of everybody, I'm not saying is untrue, but is lacking a detail that you told me in the moment.
All right. Well, I shall start right where you left me, walking into the gates of my estate. I walked out and saw all of our servants taking dirt and soil from the back of the house to the front. Albatius Damasus stood at the front. He said hello, and I said hello. Sorry. And we walked inside. I very well couldn't turn around now, could I? And so we walked inside, and he told many, I say as if it's been a while, it's been 3 days. About a day ago or so, or 2 days, I'm not sure, time seems very odd to me now, but he asked me to provide him with information about one Miss Meliora, as we were now all associated with one another. And he was asking me questions about the whole lot of us. And I can assure you, I did not betray your trust, although I doubt you have any in me right now. And I tried as I could to convince him to give him just enough information that I wasn't lying, but I also wasn't telling him the truth. And he revealed to me that I was quite the disappointment, as he knew all that had already passed, and this was simply a test. Therefore, when the moment came and we were in his office, he asked if I was going to go quietly or I was going to have to be escorted off the property. And during this conversation, you saw him while you were there, I assume, summon whatever spear thing he had. Well, he tried to in that office, and it did not work by some miracle of magic, perhaps. But I quite saw no other option. At some points, the magic that was stopping him from attacking me was going to run out. So perhaps I did jump the gun a little bit. I don't know what a gun is, but I'm sure I jumped it. And
Crossbow.
I jumped the cannon.
I jumped the cannon. I remember what I told you, which was that I may have fast-tracked our assassination plot. And I will take responsibility for having done that without telling you all. However, I didn't see another option, and feel free to tell me if you would have done something different.
Let it be known that I don't expect anybody to be a martyr. I think that's a stupid thing to ask of people.
I agree.
That was stupid, and I know that you're not stupid, which is why I'm so frustrated that there were people, Miss Valerius, and I know that you're aware of that. There were people, and I don't expect you to be stabbed for any cause. You could have left. We could have reconvened. We could have had a plan.
We could have had a plan, but he would have known that we were leaving to do it.
You're not wrong. But you made that choice for us, Avalon. And I don't say this to guilt you, but you are part of 5 people in this world who have had a lot of choice taken away from them.
Yes, well. Believe me when I tell you I know just how reckless and how stupid and how there are a vast amount of consequences for that. And things will never, ever be the same again. And what else do you want me to say, Mr. Prosperous?
There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing.
We have had many choices taken away from us. And so I will apologize for taking this one away from you in the moment. We had decided to do it already. And in the moment, as stupid as it might have been, it seemed like the right one, perhaps. Marcus. I have nothing left, is that? If that's any consolation.
It's not.
But I do apologize for taking the choice of when away from you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Marcus is going through it. I have to think about what he's gonna. I'm about to cry.
Yeah, me too, baby.
Oh no.
Welcome back to Sorcerous Origins.
Boy. What?
Bummer Central. Just across the board, everyone is sad today. Welcome back.
Gaius and Aemil are like, I hope Cleo's okay out there.
You don't even see the emotional trauma happening right across the room.
Is it just me, or did the door disappear for like 3 seconds?
Like, I think it's always been there.
I'm gonna go lift the body again.
I think Clio walks in the door
Anything else?
at this moment.
I think Clio comes in and is like very much poised, and the second the door shuts, she's like,
Welcome back, Miss Meliora.
You're back. Are you okay?
Is this Clio?
Yes.
No,
this is me asking Will.
You can make an investigation check if you want.
Insight.
Go ahead.
It's a natural 12 for a total of 10.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, that's clear.
Listen, I think he knows more than we do about how this is all working, but I also think he doesn't. I can't figure out what he knows, and he's alone, and he doesn't understand that. Is he listening? Can I try and get a sense if he's listening or not?
Sure.
I don't know how I would know this. I almost feel like it could be Arcana. Like Clio was trying to figure out if there is some way he is listening to her right now.
That's clever. Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Okay. It's an 18.
He's not listening through any magical means. Like,
Just has his ear pressed.
No, he is pressed up against the door.
I mean, he could be.
Appearing and reappearing.
Clio does kind of like lower her voice. She's like, he's alone. He doesn't. I feel like he doesn't understand. I think. Listen, we're not. I mean, I know what I did, and I know we're not moral paradigms, but I do think we're doing better than he is. He wants to come, I guess, be with us, and I don't know if I can handle that, but I'm also scared of what he'll do if I leave him alone. I don't know what to do.
Do you trust him?
No. I do. I don't think he's himself right now. I did not expect to say no that quickly. That shocked me. Sorry, that was wild.
Worst case scenario, we don't let him into our little group, he runs off, exposes us, and shit goes south really quickly. Worst case scenario, if he's in our group,
he brainwashes all of us.
He brainwashes all of us or kills us, and shit goes south really quickly.
I think he could do a lot worse than turn us into the authorities. I think I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
There's no good option, but I think better to know that you have an enemy close to you rather than...
Okay, I don't want him here when Dominicus gets here.
Tell him to go invisible again.
Although apparently he's not good at staying that way, so...
Well, Marcus, you've got a knack for catching stuff like that I don't think everyone has. I think I'm gonna... Okay. I think I'm gonna buy myself a little time to figure this out, but I'm gonna...
Clio, are you okay?
We will talk about my feelings later. Clio's gonna go back out the door. Is he still there?
Cassius is there. He is on like the other side of the alleyway. Kind of just
Does he look like he just sprinted over and like really quickly took a seat?
He does not look like that. What did they say?
Honey, I think we just need a little, mostly good things. Mostly we want you around where we can see you.
He doesn't laugh a little bit at that.
I just don't think it's smart for you to be here while I just think the less you know, the better in terms of what's going on in there. Kaz, why don't you go home and I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Be there, okay? Don't run off again.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, just lay low and I'll see you later. I don't know when, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, if I could go to jail. I don't know. But I'll do my best to come home.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see you tonight. What if you don't come back tonight? What should I do then?
I give you permission. If I am not back by midnight, you can check where I am if you know how to do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I don't like that he can do that.
All right. I will see you back home.
Okay.
Great. All right. And he makes some symbol with his hand and disappears.
I hate how cool he is.
Listen, I still don't trust him.
I want to.
I know what you're doing. You take one boyfriend away and then you give us back the one you took before, and I don't like it, Will.
Lord, take us away.
I don't think Clio goes back right away. I think she takes like she takes like a couple minutes to like pull herself together, and then she like goes back in, kind of like chin up, probably like clearly overcompensating a little bit for how nervous she is, like probably like a little more puffed up than she needs to be, and just kind of says, I told him to wait for me at our apartment. I think I need some time to figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if he's gonna watch or not, but I hope I got through to him, so I don't think so. I think I might have just bought us that much time. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm trying.
Clio, from what you've told me, I don't trust him, but whatever you decide, I'm with you. If you want him to be around, we'll figure it out.
I don't want to believe that he's dangerous, but I also don't. I think I have to trust my instincts. I have to trust my gut, and I don't want him around you all. I think he could hurt you, but I also think I could hurt you. So I don't know.
We can all hurt each other.
Exactly. That's not the comfort that you think it is.
I don't think it's comforting.
Okay, good. I sent him home.
All right.
Okay, that's that problem.
Now we prepare for a new guest.
Unless he's already here.
I really
do. I have any dredges?
I really hope he's not.
Come on out, Dominicus.
One of the statues moves.
No, stop! That's so scary. No.
Albacius's body starts moving.
I can't wait.
The smell on Albacius's body fades, and we actually killed him.
I'm like, I was holding my breath so hard during that conversation. I'm like dizzy now.
Oh my.
Hey, Sarah.
Is there anything you guys want to do between now and when Albacius and not Albacius, Dominicus gets here?
I
take
think
a
I'm gonna
fucking
go
nap.
back to my little perch.
Okay.
I will sleep in a corner if I have to. I want to take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
Dominicus will be here in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Never mind.
Shit, okay.
Never mind.
Well, power
Can
nap.
we get a short rest now?
Yes, you guys
nice,
have
nice,
met the
nice,
requirements
nice.
for rest.
Okay, I need to roll some hit points.
I don't get anything. I don't know why I adapt. I'm at full health.
Actually, wait. Will Albacius be here? Because you guys sent him to go get.
Yeah, because you said it was going to take a while with.
Yeah, I know you're right.
5 hit points.
Yeah. Well, then he will not be getting here soon. That was my original timeline, but I did not know he was going to get Aster.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
Yeah, they're blankets here.
And it has been established by Casuals that Aster is hard to find.
Oh, just one small thing, not a conversation or anything, but Aemil is gonna, I guess, try to sleep, but like just can't fall asleep and ends up like writing in.
It's been I think 2 hours.
Yeah, it's
2.5.
Hmm?
2.5, roughly.
Yeah. Okay, we should probably wrap
Just
up.
under.
With that, we find everyone in a very similar situation as we did at the end of the last episode. Except I think we see the delicate eyelashes of one Augustus Pompeius flutter open.
Did they all say all have gotten blankets for, or I wouldn't have gotten them. If they look tired, I'll point to a corner that blankets are in.
Mm-hmm.
I go.
Augustus sits up and like hold Avalon. What are you? Where am I? And he looks around. I guess.
Stop.
Oh yeah! Don't look around. Don't look around.
There are a lot of things going on. And I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, but if you take in too much, you'll be part of something that perhaps you never intended to. And so I'm asking you, I'm not sure what I'm asking you. Also, you have been affected by magic.
What do you mean?
You transformed. I only saw you become a wolf.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nothing does anymore.
Oh my god.
Okay. He kind of like looks down towards his own body, which is in these tattered
These revealing
togas, and it's like it just barely keeps it decent. And he says, I remember a lot of fire from last night. I remember me being very angry at my parents, which isn't anything new exactly.
Am I still holding him? I can think.
Yeah. And a lot of pain, I guess. Also drowning.
Sorry.
Drown.
I want some new clothes.
I don't.
I would appreciate it. Is that Marcus? We've barely met.
Marcus Prosperous.
And he reaches up behind to grab your hand.
Just don't look, and you can decide if you'd like to be, and we will tell you.
What?
she truly, this is also me not knowing what to say, but truly she loses any kind of composure.
I think
no idea how to handle this.
I think what Avalon is trying to say is that we want to give you the option of as much plausible deniability as we can.
Yes. If you so choose to have it.
This is the wildest thing to wake up to after he's a werewolf for tonight.
Hey, so you're a werewolf. God. We may or may not have killed a guy. We're not going to tell you for sure unless you want to know.
Plausible deniability. We're acting incredibly suspicious. I haven't spoken more than 3 sentences to you in so long, and now I'm holding your face. Also, I am covered in blood.
You prestidigitated that. You prestidigitated that, baby.
Yeah. He says, is this important to you? Should I be a part of this?
Oh.
Out of all the things, I never thought that you would say that. Yes, it is important, but it's very dangerous.
He grabs your wrists and pulls them away and scans across the room. He sees the five of you, and he sees a tarp covering, which he immediately hones in on. Who is that?
Senator Albatius Damasus.
Here's your new toga.
And that's where we'll end it today.